As the Joseph Smith Papers project unfolded, it became clear that the Community of Christ has a real treasure of documents that relate to the restoration. And they, through the years, through our contacts primarily with historians, we become aware, of course, of each other's collections. We share when they're here, and when we're out in Independence, we've had the opportunity to see some of their valuable documents.
Well, I think it's really quite remarkable. I'm remembering when there were times where there wasn't quite as much collaboration as there is today, and that's been very refreshing, and I'm very thankful that that's the case.
As this project came about, they became more acquainted with it. They were willing to share their documents to be used in the Papers project.
President Smith, who was Wallace B. Smith, president of the RLDS Church at the time, had a visit from President Hinckley. President Hinckley came and visited him in Independence, came to his office, and then President Smith brought President Hinckley down to the archives and said, "I would like to show President Hinckley the Book of Mormon printer's manuscript." So I had the incredible privilege of sitting down with those two remarkable leaders within our larger movement and just sharing with President Hinckley a little bit of an overview about the history of the manuscript. And it was clear that that was very meaningful to him, and I really found that to be meaningful to me as well.
We've done some conservation, helped them with preservation of some of their important documents.
The LDS leadership and Community Christ leadership all agreed that this would be something that would be a benefit. So in 1997, I had the privilege of carrying the manuscript to Salt Lake City and delivering it there in the archives. And they found that they could just wash the document because it had over 100 years of dirt and grime that had accumulated, and that dirt and grime in the paper fibers would actually speed up the deterioration of the document. So by simply washing the document and then using modern techniques of encapsulation, putting it in mylar, we were basically able to take a document that probably might have had another 50 years of usable life, and I suspect have extended it to at least the next 200 years if it's properly cared for and used under proper conditions. It's going to continue to be available to the future of the movement.
We're very pleased to be able to publish this, and we're very pleased that they've been partners with us in this process and exceptionally good stewards of this priceless document. It's great to be able to cooperate like we have and to be able to print this particular volume. I think members of both churches will find this very, very interesting.
I'm very appreciative of the scholars and the staff who've worked on the Joseph Smith Papers project. Not only do I consider them to be close colleagues and friends in many cases, but that I've come to really value their contribution to helping preserve and make not only this particular manuscript, but many of the sacred documents and scriptural materials of the Restoration movement available to people who are sometimes just not going to ever see them if they weren't scholars.